Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dairy Van Menards Cup Series. It is time to get rolling for race number 19, the second to last before the playoffs start. And a good start for one of the drivers, Chandler Rhodes, snags his first career Cup Series pole in the Energizer number 67. And starting on his outside, Clayton Baxter is looking pretty good to make the playoffs right now. 55 points above the cut line. It might be 55. Now I can't remember. But regardless, as long as we don't have any more first-time winners or any of those drivers who are currently below the top 25 in points don't somehow get to the top 25 in points, he should be able to make the 2024 Cup Series playoffs fairly easily. Dustin Flores is making his series debut tonight, driving the number 40 Lamborghini for Lofs Motorsports. He's the third and final driver for that number 40 machine, and that means obviously Davin Armstrong is in the 7 this week for J Moss Incorporated. Here's Jonathan Davenport rolling off fourth here today. He's looking good momentum-wise. If he can just have two really great races, he's going to keep increasing his chances at making the playoffs. He's 100 some odd points out right now, but he's still able to make up that gap. He just has to be really smart and really, really fast. Evan Horton, who won earlier in the year at 5 Flags for his fourth career win, is about to lose out on a playoff berth here. Currently 23rd in points. He has to stay above the top 25. So he's got some work to do. He's rolling off 41st here tonight at Kentucky. So he's definitely going to have his work cut out for him as well. And as for Davin Armstrong in the number 7, he failed pre-race inspection, which sent him to the rear. He had a top 25 starting position, if I remember correctly, beforehand, but now relegated to starting dead last, P42 on the day. Well, without further ado, let's get the command to fire the engines here at Kentucky.
Drivers, start your engines.
There's the command to farm up. Fans are going crazy already. You can see all the cameras going off in the stands. They are ready for a good show here at Kentucky tonight. Had a small technical issue had to take care of there. It looks like Danny Fisher is having some mechanical issues. Is he gonna quick DNF from the race here today? It looks like he might be coming down pit road here. So it's gonna be Chandler Rhodes, Clayton Baxter leading us to the green here today. Pace car is off into the restart zone. Green flag is out. We're rolling here at Kentucky for the AAA 400. Good start for Justin Marks, already cleared the 91, but here comes Joe Buckley Sr. Dustin Flores is going to go 3 wide for third. The rookie making his first career start, making a daring move here on lap number 1. He'll make it work though, and he'll take over third. We're clear now, Justin Marks in the 04. As Clayton Baxter trying to get around Chandler Rhodes for the race lead. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Give it to Clayton Baxter as he'll move to the race lead now here on lap number 2. Here comes Dustin Flores looking for second now, but Joe Buckley Sr. is on the charge for third. Flores to the inside into one, loses a ton of momentum to the 67. Had a pretty solid run through 1 and 2 there. He was now just trying to pull away. Joe Buckley Sr. trying to get up to third here. He's got his son, teammate, a little further back in 7th, about to go down to 8th. If Matt Sanchez can take that spot away, which he does. They're still side by side for 7th there. Justin Marks trying to hold on to the top 5 running spot. But Davenport's just trying to keep in the running here, as it looks like Chandler Rhodes may have had a shot at your race leader there just a bit ago, but couldn't make it work. Chandler Rhodes has been very quiet all season long, all things considered. He hasn't had the most speed, and he's currently 37th in points, with 0 top 5s, 1 top 10, 7 top 20s, and 18 races. So he's made every single race at least, so that's better than some people have. As he's still looking on the 96, trying to get to his driver's side, but just can't make it stick there. Jonathan Davenport and Justin Marks still going to be battling it out for 5th here, and Alexander Thompson's been moving up pretty swiftly in his number 21 Goodyear Dodge Charger. Here comes Joe Buckley Jr. though. I think he may have found a gap here on the bottom. Davenport side by side for 5th, not going to make it stick. Let's see here. Through the field, Evan Horton, he has not made any progress in his number 38 Bass Pro Shops Ford Mustang. Still in the back. Same with Zach Barber. Potentially could lose the regular season points lead. I think might be the first time that Zach Barber doesn't lead the points since like race 3 or 4. There's the 52, second in points right now, in 19th position, which I'm more than certain there's more than 55 points between pretty much last and 19th, because that's how many points separate the two drivers right now. 55 between first and second, 152 between Alex Thompson and Tyler Childers, who is currently third in the points. Back up front, this battle for second battle for the race lead is still close. And it looks like Dustin Flores might be throwing his hat into the ring here. Having a good start to the night for a rookie, making his first start ever. Alex Thompson takes over that 6th spot from his teammate Jonathan Davenport. Thompson should be pretty safe playoff-wise. I don't think he'll have to worry about it. 3rd in the regular season points. First driver not locked in on a win. Plus 203 points to the cut line compared to his teammate Jonathan Davenport, who is out by 124 right now. And then your current race leader, Clayton Baxter, plus 73. Who has actually surprisingly never won a race here in the Cup Series. He's looking for career win number 1, but the guy right behind him, Chandler Rhodes, he's looking for career win number 4. And ironically, he had 3 whole wins last season in 2023 and didn't even make the playoffs, which was kind of sad to see. Still just trying to get a run on the 96, and Dustin Flores is reeling these two in. Big time, too. He's going to get a big run on the 67 through 3 and 4 here. Loafs Motorsports seems to bring a good car every now and again for the 40 entry, or it could be the driver too. We have not yet seen Dustin Flores here. We'll see him one or two more times this season, I think. But if I had to be honest, I think he's doing pretty solid so far. We'll work through the field here. Joey Higgins, currently 40th. And Dale Webster is currently last car on the lead lap. With Danny Fisher going down a lap early. Casey Sherwood here 39th. Evan Horton 38th. 88 of Alex Chapman running 37th. There's Davin Armstrong in the unsponsored number 7. Zach Barber running 36th. For 35th now. Scott Mason 34th. That's not going to be enough if he wants to make his win worth something. Dennis Baldwin 33rd. Caden Long 32nd. Henry Rivers 31st. Casey Fulton 30th right now. Will Donnelly 29th. Jordan Marr 28th. Cody Foster 27th. 26th is going to be the 6 of Fred Wells. 25th, 26th, Trey Mills. 24th, Blaze Rich, the number 45, Kane Calloway, running 23rd, right behind his teammate Kane Wagner, and 22nd. Noah Sears running 21st here in his Sunoco Toyota, and breaking the top 20 is Grant Lawson in the 33 McDonald's Toyota. And then we got the 49 of Derek Richards piloting the Burger King machine. Paul Selsey, 1 win this season, almost outside of the playoffs as well. He sits 17th. 18th, sorry. 17th is going to be Tyler Childers. 16th, Randy Jones. 14th, 15th is 87 of Adam Valdez, which good on him. Baron Cohen 14th. 13th is going to be the 76 of Ronald Beasley. 12th, Joe Buckley Jr. 11th is the 25 of Luke Lawson. And breaking into the top 10 now, the number 1 of Jaden Bowers. 9th is going to be Matt Sanchez in the number 27 Xbox Ford. Oliver Anthony in 8th. Jonathan Davenport in 7th, looking for 6th on Justin Marks as they head into 3. Side by side, Davenport trying to make it work on the bottom, can't make it stick. Marks looking like he is going to be able to clear again. Alexander Thompson running 5th right now. Joe Buckley Sr. 4th. 3rd still Dustin Flores, Chandler Rhodes, and Clayton Baxter. That is your through the field here on lap number 19. Really tight battles going on right through here. Davenport, Oliver Anthony, Matt Sanchez. Down the backstretch, Anthony trying to make a move here. Let's see, maybe he can. Still side by side for 6th. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Maybe through 1 and 2. No, still side by side, dead even almost. Just isn't going to be enough momentum on the bottom. There it goes. Now it works in 3 and 4. Took a few laps, but that's okay. Oliver Anthony moves up to 6th. But the top 3 here all running away and under a blanket all together. And there goes Dustin Flores to the bottom. Can he stick with Chandler Rhodes? Not quite. Just have to try again here. There it is. Looking for the Cup Series stats right now. So, piloting the 96, obviously Clayton Baxter in a Ford, currently has the most wins as a manufacturer at 15, which is 2 over Toyota, 5 over Chevrolet, 7 over Dodge, and 15 over Lamborghini, because obviously they have not yet won in the Cup Series. And the driver with the most wins in a Ford is all the way in the back right now, the 38 of Evan Horton, who's actually making up a little bit of ground here, who is up to 32nd. He has 4 wins. Then Alex Chapman has 3. Joe Buckley Jr. with 2. Or wait, no, Joe Buckley Jr. has 3 wins. I don't know. That thing's all messed up, I think. But speaking of Alex Chapman, wherever he may be right now, I don't know where that may be. Oh, we got a good battle going on here through the top 10, almost 3 wide. Are they going to split Justin Marks? Joe Buckley Jr. is going to drive by on the bottom for 8th. So it would appear so. Yes, they did split him 3 wide almost. But there's Alex Chapman in 39th with... It's been over 40 races since Chapman last got his win, which is a little scary. And then Dale Webster, it's been 35 since his last win. Ronald Beasley, he's up towards the front, but it has been 29 races since he scored his last Cup Series win. Another driver who's close to the front is Chandler Rhodes, 28 races. It's been a full season for him, because last year was only 28 races. And another driver who we haven't really seen anything out of this season is Adam Valdez, who running 18th or 17th right now. We'll see in a second. 17th on the board. And 30th in points right now. 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, 7 top 20s in 17 starts. So he did miss a race. He's doing better than old Blaze Rich, who has multiple last car finishes. I mean, actually, everybody's going to come down pit road now. Vast majority of drivers. It looks like Dustin Flores stayed out, though. 2 front runners coming in bumper to bumper. Let's see who gets out first. It's definitely going to be Clayton Baxter here. He's just that much ahead. Oh, they leave at the same time, but Joe Buckley Sr. baits both of them out. Very busy on pit road here, guys. I'm just going to jump to the number 40 here of Flores. He's down pit road. Same with Zach Barber. There's Paul Selzy, the 52. I want to say that is everybody else. So will Joe Buckley Sr. be your honorary race leader now? Remember, he's fresh off the win just a few days ago at Darlington, which scored him his second win of his career, first of 2024, and locked himself into the playoffs. We haven't seen a driver go back-to-back since Tyler Childers did last year. And yes, Joe Buckley Sr. Will take the race lead here. And it looks like Clayton Baxter actually lost 3 spots on pit road there to Dustin Flores, Chandler Rhodes, and Joe Buckley Sr. and the O2 of Oliver Anthony, but it looks like he might be able to take this one back here. Now Alexander Thompson applying pressure to the back of the 96. 3 different manufacturers all going at it through one. Momentum to the O2 out of 2, and he's going to clear Clayton Baxter there. And it looks like Chandler Rhodes tried to get a run on the 29. Looks like he does have one now. He's going to go down to the inside. Here comes Dustin Flores giving him a push. Chandler Rhodes trying to lead his first lap this season. He is one of just 3 full-time drivers to not yet lead a lap in 2024. And it looks like today he finally will do just that as he clears Joe Buckley Sr. out of turn number 4 and come to the line. New leader, Chandler Rhodes, but I don't think it's going to last for long. Never mind, look at that run he's getting on the top. He is looking real good right now. Same with the 29 and the 40. So now Danny Fisher and Dale Webster are the only 2 drivers, full-time drivers that is, to have not yet led a lap this season here, folks. And in case you missed it, the Champion Sparkplugs 500 at Pikes Peak, which was originally scheduled to be August 7th, I believe, has been rescheduled to July 20th as Joe Buckley Sr. now back to the bottom, trying to retake the race lead on lap 35. Rhodes is going to give him a run for his money on the outside, though. Rhodes hands on. Down the backstretch they go. Top 3 all under a blanket. Dustin Flores is going to try to get his 15 minutes of fame here. As Joe Buckley Sr. on the bottom trying to make it work. Still can't get around Chandler Rhodes. Oh, man. 37 laps in here. Of 107. Got 81 to go. No, 71 to go. Or something like that. I don't know. But looks like Dustin Flores now trying to go around the bottom of Joe Buckley Sr. Can't make it work. That bottom just is irrelevant in 3 and 4. Does nothing for you. That's Chandler Rhodes still leading the way. We'll go back, see if we can find any other battles going on through the field here. Here's 2 Dodges going at it. Davin Armstrong, Dennis Baldwin. Baldwin has 2 wins, but he's been very off since his injury. Missed 2 races, and now he's back. But something's definitely off. There's Evan Horton looking for 29th from Zach Barber. And I think he's going to take that spot. Indeed he is. He'll move up 1 spot here. Which 1 spot gains him a handful of points too, so. There's Adam Valdez, who was running inside the top 15 earlier. Don't really know what happened to him as he's now outside of the top 20. Just trying to keep that ball rolling. There are 3 wide up in front. Crazy battle going on. Kane Calloway, Derek Richards, Luke Lawson, Casey Sherwood, all in a big old hornet's nest here. Go back to this here. Trey Mills Whereas he was looking good to be a playoff contender this season, but he's currently 115 points out. Although, to be fair, he's still having a lot better season than he did last year. He's still top 15 in points. Just needs to kind of get back up in the rhythm of things that he was in. Looks like trouble for the 40 of Dustin Flores. Just kind of realized he's down pit road here. Oh! Flores blew up. He got up to second over Chandler Rhodes. And down the backstretch on lap 41 goes kaboom. Holy cow, and Joe Buckley Sr. retook the race lead. He's got a 2-second gap over Chandler Rhodes. Rhodes just trying to hold on to second. Alexander Thompson in third right now. On lap 44 here. Okay, we are back on live feed there. So we very well could see the 38 of Evan Horton fall out of playoff contention here, as he is 23rd in points, and there's only 30 points separating he and Caden Long, which both drivers are actually there behind him right now, so maybe not. But 29th isn't going to gain him a whole lot of points either. And they're side by side. Grant Lawson, Kane Calloway, Danny Fisher, Derek Richards. Pretty sure Danny Fisher's still a lap down. Yes, he is. Looks like cause of the 40 car DNFing today is camshaft issues, which you hate to see. Kane Wagner going to make an aggressive move on Blaze Rich. No, but he definitely thought about it. Pepsi versus Coke there, almost. There's Randy Jones, your Daytona winner. Looking in 9th right now. 31st in points. If he gets a top 10, he might move into the playoffs. So that's another driver. So I think there's only 2 right now that are outside that could be in. Yeah, he and Scott Mason. I keep clicking out of the... Whoops. But where's that 26 at? Oh, he's 40th. Yeah, there's no shot. None at all. But a top 10 right now for the 42 is a good start to the night. That'll get him moving in the points. And then if he has another solid run in Pikes Peak, if this doesn't do it, I think he'll be pretty okay to make the playoffs in 2024. As Chandler Rhodes trying to run down Joe Buckley Sr. for the race lead. Alexander Thompson trying to do the same. Matt Sanchez is in 5th here. He's trying to chase a regular season title right now. So is Alexander Thompson as he sits 3rd. 152 points behind race points leader Zach Barber. But if Thompson can win the regular season championship, that's an additional 15 playoff points for the 21. And Zach Barber, he currently has those on lock, which will have him at a massive 30 playoff points. And if the 52 of Tyler Childers wins the regular season title, that'll put him up to 20 playoff points. But Alexander Thompson, he doesn't have any playoff points. So I'll put him just up to 15, which will tie him for the most. Well, that'll put him 2nd in the playoff standings, I do believe. And one more spot. That'll give him a good amount of points as well. Get 150 points per win, 140 for second, 130 for third. So he can gain another 10 points if he can get around Chandler Rhodes here in a couple seconds. If you guys can hear the AC in the background, I do apologize. Just got that all set up and ready last night. So, I don't know if the video will pick that up or not. As we are a little under halfway. I thought I saw some cars down pit road there. Maybe not. But Scott Mason, he's going to go a lap down. I really wish this car saw more than just the latter half of the pack, because, oh my god, I love how this paint scheme turned out so much. Honestly, might be one of the favorites of this season of new schemes that I made. Another good one is this one for sure. I might rank all of the paint schemes for this season once the season is all said and done. I think that might be a good little video idea, but we're halfway this time by. With just double the distance here, 31 minutes into the recording. Not gonna lie, pretty uneventful race here tonight. But you know what? Sometimes that happens. Got some good battling going on in the latter half of the field between Dennis Baldwin and Noah Sears. But yeah, let me see. When did Zach Barber took the points lead after California? Which I'm pretty sure California was the fourth race of the season. So yeah. So once California was done and dusted, Barber was actually tied with guy on screen now, Fred Wells, for the points lead. After Bristol, he took it back, Fred Wells did. And then Richmond, Alexander Thompson led. And then after Canadian Tire, it was all Zach Barber from there on out. So Mosport was race 7, I want to say. 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So now we're seeing guys on pit road here. Davenport. Oh. Sherwood, Valdez, Sanchez, Horton, Marr. I think I saw Paul Selzy as well. I saw a red and white car. Maybe not, actually. But there's Joe Buckley Sr., and there's Chandler Rhodes, your pole sitter, Clayton Baxter, Trey Mills, Alexander Thompson here. Let's see if Chandler can get another fire pit stop here and take back the race lead, or at least gain some time. Something's fishy about that 96. Not really. I just felt like saying it. Made sense at the time. So let's jump back to the 67 of Rhodes. Who again, kind of sucks this season. Down year for that team. There's Joe Buckley Sr. He's looking real good tonight once again. Although Rhodes has the fastest lap right now. We shall see. He should be recounted as your race leader here momentarily. Oh, Alexander Thompson actually got around the 67 there. Kind of jumped him on the pit cycle. But Joe Buckley Sr. was a playoff contender earlier on this season. He was inside the top 15 pretty often. But then after Michigan, he kind of started going downhill, and pretty quickly. He went from 18th to 21st. Where is he? There he is. After Michigan, in the next race, he went from 21st to 20th. Then I kind of stopped posting the regular season, and then down to 23rd. Then he won the Southern 500, and he went from 23rd to 15th. So either way, with or without the win right now, he'd still be in the playoffs if it was just the top 16 in points like it was back in 2023. But he's had a decent year, all things considered. And his son, Joe Buckley Jr., he might be also able to make the playoffs. He is 9th in points right now. 73 points out. And where is he on track? He's 15th on track, which isn't good, actually, now that I sit and think about that one. As Blaze Rich making a move on Baron Cohen for 16th and 17th respectively. 63 laps in the books here. We're going to go ahead. I normally don't do this, but I got to figure out how to make this race entertaining somehow. But we're going to go ahead, take a commercial break. Joe Buckley Sr. currently dominating for the second week in a row here in the AAA 400. Welcome back to Kentucky Speedway for race number 19 of the Dairy Van Menards Cup Series season. It is looking toward, we're itching towards crunch time here tonight, folks. As Chandler Rhodes going to lose one, maybe two, maybe three spots here. As he's stuck on the outside lane. Matt Sanchez, Clayton Baxter on the inside. He's going to lose all three. Maybe another one to Jonathan Davenport here in a minute. Now Davenport to the inside, looking for fifth from the 67 of Chandler Rhodes. He won't be able to take it. Now they're going to go 3 wide almost. Alexander Thompson, Clayton Baxter, these two battling for the regular season points title. As long as Thompson can stay ahead of the 96, he'll gain on him. And like I had mentioned before, hold on, I gotta tab out for a quick second so I can pull the points up. He's 152 points, or I'm sorry, it's Tyler Childers and Alexander Thompson who are fighting for it. I kept thinking Clayton Baxter was 3rd or 4th in the points, but no, he's down to 6th right now. And I don't think he's going to be able to contend for the regular season title. He is almost 250 points out. So, with that being said, I made a mistake. It's actually Alex Thompson and Tyler Childers. Speaking of which, where the hell is he? All the way back in 11th, looking for 10th here, so he's actually not really all that far back. Looking. Randy Jones might be able to get a good launch on the outside here. Yes, he will. No, he won't. Look at Tyler Childers trying to hold him off there, and he will do so successfully. Now can he make it stick through 3 and 4? Yes, he can. Kane Wagner as well going to try to get around this 42 machine. Decent gains for the 42 tonight, I will say. He's having a pretty good run right now. Chandler Rhodes still trying to hold on to a top 5, top 10 finish if he can. But I want to know what in the hell is in this 29. Joe Buckley Sr. put on a hell of a show last race at Darlington. And now today at Kentucky, back again with dominating in the AAA 400. And for those of you who don't know or just don't remember, this guy right here, Joe Buckley Sr., is retiring at season's end. And he is trying to go out with a bang, with the title. Though some may argue Zach Barber, Tyler Childers, or hell, even Alexander Thompson would deserve the title more, which on one hand I do agree with. Completely and wholeheartedly. I definitely think someone else would deserve the title more, because, I mean, he has not been a title threat all season long. 16th in points right now. Although he definitely, if he gets another win today, he's going to gain a shitload of spots. He'll move up to 288 points. 1,288, which if no one else gained points, he'll move up to 6th in the standings, which obviously that's not going to happen. But it looks like Tyler Childers still not inside the top 10 here. He can't keep it straight. So he'll try to get back around Randy Jones for 11th. And Kane Wagner and Ronald Beasley have to have a deck measuring contest here for 9th. Battle of the 70s numbers, because I think those are the only 2 drivers that have a 70 number. No, there's Noah Sears as well, and Dale Webster, so sorry, I forgot about them too. Matt Sanchez also, he's having a quietly good run here. And Sanchez, he's 4th in points. He might be able to take a swing at the regular season championship as well. 3 career wins. 2 or 3. I can't remember now. I don't know if he... No, it's only 2. He only won 1 race last year. But prepare to see that 27 in the playoffs here. Along with guys like Clayton Baxter, Alexander Thompson. These guys are ready. Paul Selzy might be able to. Just has to keep up the top 10s here. And Oliver Anthony, he won earlier this year at Mexico City. He's probably one of the... Another good, decent rookie here who might actually make it out of the round of 16. And definitely, guys, I'm going to make a bracket template sort of deal that you guys can use with all their numbers and names, and you guys can kind of make your own 2024 playoff predictions here. And you can send them to me in the Discord server, link below. You guys can come join us, check us out. We'll have tons of polls. You'll have announcements sooner on the Discord. So, with all that being said, please join the Discord. I would love to get it more active than it is currently. I want to get more fan engagement in this series. I just want to get you guys involved more one way or another. But we're currently 37 laps to go at the line here. The most winningest rookie of 2024 is right here, Dennis Baldwin, with 2 wins this season. Joe Buckley Sr. looking to get win number 2 of 2024. And very well looking like he might right now. With 37 to go, no one's really able to get even freaking close to the guy. There's second place all the way back here. Clayton Baxter battling with him. Scott Mason holding up his teammate, Chandler Rhodes, as he was a lap down in 40th, sorry. 41st would be the 12, yep. Man, oh man. Evan Horton, 33rd right now. Not what you want to see for you Evan Horton fans. Cough, cough, nudge, nudge. Graham Harris. I know you're out there, buddy. The few and the proud. That describes Evan Horton fans. Now, the real few and the proud, it's probably Dale Webster fans. No one really knows who he is. He's just kind of here. Kind of chilling in 33rd in points right now. With a 22.9 average finish. A best finish of 9th, it looks like. Yeah, this season at least. I wonder what Alexander Thompson's best finish is this season. Which would be, obviously, best finish of his career, because he hasn't won yet. Where is he? He's all the way back here. Jesus, let me just... So it looks like he has a 5th, a 3rd, a 5th, a 7th, a 6th. Hold on, I've read this completely wrong. He has a 5th place finish at Chicagoland, 3rd at Sonoma, 10th at California, and I don't remember the rest of the races here on out. But his best finish is 3rd, which was the 3rd race of the season. He's finished runner-up a couple of times. Tyler Childers has finished 2nd, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times this season. And has only won 1 race. Zach Barber hasn't finished runner-up once. Kane Wagner did at the first race of the season, but he did later on avenge himself at Portland to get his first career Cup Series win. And it looks like we are under caution here with some issues for someone, which is going to bring the field back together. Well, Adam Valdez with some right side damage there. We'll go to him here. He looks like a culprit. Maybe not. Okay, so it was Adam Valdez, actually. It just happened like 2 laps ago when we weren't even watching. So it looks like the High Limit Motorsports driver of Ronald Beasley drove it into 3 and just turned him around and said, "Adios, Chuck," and put him into the outside wall. Luckily, it looks like nobody else was caught up in that mess. And he'll be okay to continue for the most part. All those cars lapped down, gonna stay out. So it looks like Zach Barber is gonna move up to 2nd. Okay, not surprised. 3rd, Paul Selzy. 4th, Matt Sanchez. 5th, Oliver Anthony. 6th, Kane Wagner. 7th, Tyler Childers. 8th, Alexander Thompson. 9th, Clayton Baxter. And 10th, Jonathan Davenport. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead, get back to the green flag action here at Kentucky. We just got a handful of laps to go, so this could be the last restart. Apparently, I forgot to cut, so I guess that's just staying in there. Whoops. Forgot to pause the recording. But Scott Mason is 1 or 2 laps down now. It'll just be 1, but he was about to be 2, so he's got to run and gun it. Skedaddle. Get the hell out of Dodge. In a Chevy. Makes sense, right? Yeah, totally. Well, we're going back green with 19 laps to go here. Joe Buckley Sr., Zach Barber, Paul Selzy, Matt Sanchez, Oliver Anthony. Your top 5 as we get rolling here. Pace truck pulling off of the speedway. Coming to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. We're rolling again here at Kentucky. Look at Oliver Anthony making a huge move to the outside as they head into 1. Zach Barber going to fall off very quickly. He hasn't finished second once, but he might be able to today. Hornets Nest 3, 4 wide as they head into 3. What a mess. Paul Selzy and Matt Sanchez and other drivers somehow sneak out of that one alive. Jonathan Davenport trying to hold on to a top 10 here tonight in his number 91. Looks like caution has come back out again. Trouble for Alex Chapman this time. I mean, dude, that was a crazy, wild restart there. Whoa! Fred Wells, Noah Sears having issues there. Was that? I don't think that was the only contact, though. I think I saw something more up here. No. Okay, so it's just that. Collected Henry Rivers and Alex Chapman. Oh, man. Well, the good news is, I don't know if... Oh, he did get around Scott Mason. Oh, dang. That could have been a huge gain for the 26, but not enough. This time, we're going to cut back to the green flag action here at Kentucky. Alrighty, folks. Get ready for the restart. It's going to be another crazy one. Not gonna lie to y'all. Top 10 goes all the way back here to the 45 of Blaze Rich. But it's going to be Joe Buckley Sr., Paul Selzy, Matt Sanchez. Your top 3 on the restart. Green flag back in the air. Paul Selzy. Matt is right in front of Matt Sanchez. And Matt Sanchez, he lost that ride in the 18 to Paul Selzy. So, a little bit of bitterness going on there, I would think. Here comes Oliver Anthony on the bottom of 3. Looking for second place. He's looking good to take it. He's got to get the momentum out of 4, though. Scott Mason trying to get around your race leader, Joe Buckley Sr. right now. Selzy with the run through 1 and 2 on the outside lane. He's going to clear Oliver Anthony now. Alexander Thompson looking for a run now on the outside of the 21. As Joe Buckley Sr. just continues to pull away right now. Zach Barber, he fell out very quickly the side of the top 10 there. I don't know if anybody else really noticed that. Meanwhile, these two back to side by side for second. Selzy versus Anthony. Selzy's going to have a run off of 2 again. And Anthony's going to try to find something in 3 and 4. Oh, he almost wrecked the 21. I don't think that's what he wanted to find. Now he's going to go back to the bottom. It's the same thing lap after lap. Almost cleared him, and then in 1 and 2, 18 gets a lot of momentum, but that time he did not. Now, coming to 10 laps to go, can Oliver Anthony run down your race leader, Joe Buckley Sr.? Can Alexander Thompson do the same? Last time round gap was a little over a second. This time, 1.5 seconds. He just ran his fastest lap of the night. And the fastest lap overall by about 1/10 there. Alexander Thompson third, Paul Selzy fourth, Clayton Baxter fifth, but has a lot of pressure for that position by the 04 of Justin Marks. Marks just trying to keep a playoff berth right now. 108 points above the cut line as it sits after last week in the Southern 500. Now Oliver Anthony, he'll scoot around the 02. But for Joe Buckley Sr., 8 to go here in the AAA 400. Oliver Anthony looking good to get a podium here tonight. He's got a lap car between he and the 21. Now Alexander Thompson trying to find a way to navigate around the 26 as Clayton Baxter gets around the 18 of Selzy, and so will Justin Marks. Marks up to 5th, looking for 4th on Baxter as they head down the backstretch on lap 101 to his inside. He'll take it. Justin Marks is now in 4th. Can he get to 3rd? It's going to be close. Justin Marks is about 100 points behind the 21 of Alexander Thompson, but is about 30 points ahead of Clayton Baxter. That's going to pull the gap a little bit more to him. And since these three all finishing inside the top 5, it's going to be hard for Joe Buckley Jr., Fred Wells, and even Jonathan Davenport to make the playoffs right now. Davenport might be the first car out this time around, unless Evan Horton does in fact drop out of the top 25. We got 5 laps to go, coming to 4 to go here for Joe Buckley Sr. And his number 29, Credit One Bank Exalta Ford Mustang. With absolutely no trouble in front of him. He's got a pretty clear track. And the closest competitor, half a backstretch away. As a battle for 3rd looking like it's closing in here between the 21 and the 04. As Justin Marks is all over the back bumper of Alexander Thompson as they head into 1. Trying to clear the 26 of Scott Mason. Just can't. As they head back through 3 and 4. Trying to make it work. I feel like Scott Mason would have a pretty decent run had he not been a lap down. Just sucks for him. But I mean, Oliver Anthony, he is running some good laps here. He's been running down your race leader every now and again. But it's definitely not going to be enough. As out of turn number 4 here, Joe Buckley Sr. coming to the white flag. One more lap to go here in the AAA 400. As the gap opens back up, Joe Buckley Sr. making his final start here at Kentucky Speedway in the Cup Series. It has been one race since his last win, and for the first time this season, somebody is going to go back-to-back, and it's going to be Joe Buckley Sr. winning at Kentucky. Oliver Anthony comes home in second. Alexander Thompson in third. With Justin Marks in fourth, Clayton Baxter fifth, Paul Selzy sixth. Jonathan Davenport seventh. Good run for him here tonight. Matt Sanchez eighth, the 52. Tyler Childers ninth. Blaze Rich, nice top 10 finish here tonight. Will Donnelly, Trey Mills, Kane Wagner, Kane Calloway, and Grant Lawson round out your top 15 finishers. We'll go ahead and see the second burnout in a row from Joe Buckley Sr. And we'll take a look at the points as well, following Kentucky. Alrighty, guys. We have a new regular season points leader. That being Tyler Childers, who takes over the points lead after a gazillion races. He leads 39 over Tyler Childers. And then Alex Thompson and Justin Marks have mathematically advanced themselves into the next round. Thompson being 277 points above the cut line. Most points you can get in one race is 150. So he is in. And Justin Marks, he is, but he isn't. You see, obviously there's only one more race, only one more driver can win. But Randy Jones can potentially get back into the top 25. Highly doubt Scott Mason's going to be able to gain 7 positions, because there's over 150 points between he and 25th. It's 200 points, so, but it is possible for Randy Jones to get inside the top 25 here, because there's only 130 points. So he almost has to win again, but very unlikely. And Evan Horton, he could also fall out, which could open the door for the guy in 17th, Jonathan Davenport. And as you can see, Fred Wells, he must win if he wants to make it, as he is currently 212 points out of the playoffs, because he has obviously not yet won, so he doesn't have that going for him. And he just doesn't have anything really going for him here. Very far out, 212 points back. Ronald Beasley, 235. And they're all no way in hell they can make it. And Joe Buckley Jr., 130 points out. There's a chance he could make it. Same with Jonathan Davenport. But it is going to be very, very tricky for those two. And Trey Mills as well. They almost also... Well, Trey Mills, he pretty much does have to win if he wants to make up a 147-point gap. But Davenport and Buckley, they need Clayton Baxter to, like, wreck out or something at Pikes Peak. So, but with that, guys, it has been a good race here today. Pikes Peak is up next, and that'll be the regular season finale. And then we're off for a little while before we go back racing. And that's at Chicagoland for the first round of the playoffs, and Richmond, Charlotte, Roval. And that's the first full round of playoffs, round of 16. And then Talladega, Milwaukee, with Iowa being the cutoff race for the round of 12. Rockingham, Las Vegas, Martinsville. Martinsville being the cutoff race for the round of 8. I don't think I have anything else to say, guys, so next race will be posted on Saturday, so in 2 days from today. I'll see you guys then. Peace.